What's going on, everyone? Moose here, Cigars and Gear, and today I want to talk about more preparation stuff, right? And I know there's 100 videos out there on YouTube, people talking about prepping all the time. I'm working with a couple of companies to try to bring you guys some more of this information. But if you don't necessarily have the money to go out and invest a couple $100 into some emergency preparedness food, or maybe just emergency preparedness food isn't necessarily your gig, you know, you kind of want to stick with what you know, I completely understand, and I believe, honestly, wholeheartedly, you should have availability to what makes you feel comfortable first and foremost. If you're not comfortable in a situation where maybe you just can't, listen, and when I talk about emergency preparedness, let's just be realistic. We're not just talking about end of the world, you know, stuff hits the fan kind of stuff. We're talking about, you know, flooding. You know, you might be landlocked somewhere because of flooding. Look what took place in Canada last year. You know, you may be in a bad snowstorm and just not be able to travel, get to the local grocery store. Or maybe you can, but the trucks coming into the grocery store aren't capable of getting there because of whatever, right? Gas shortages or electrical power outages or who knows, whatever. So having something in your home that you have a little bit of stockpile in so that you're not starving, you can still rely on these things is very paramount. And I have some examples of some of the stuff that we stock here in my home, and one is canned tuna. I can't stress enough the importance of having canned tuna. There's 100 carbs or 100 calories in here. You got 22 grams of protein in a can. Protein, carbs are so important to maintain your lifestyle. So, you know, definitely canned tuna. You know, this stuff can be had cheap. Listen, don't be afraid to shop at the dollar store, or don't be afraid to shop at those discount shops where they're like, hey, you know, we've got some stuff, and like this stuff here, this is good until January 24th, 2026. So, you know, I've got, well, almost 2 years left on this can of tuna. You know, canned vegetables, guys. I mean, here is some black-eyed peas. You know, 100 calories per serving. There's 3.5 calories in here. 18 grams of carbohydrates, right? So you're going to keep those energy levels up. You know, and no real sodium. Well, I guess there's a little bit of sodium, but it does say low sodium on it. You know, here's another one. Mixed vegetables. You know, look, I get it. Not everybody's favorite, but in a pinch, if it's, if your thing's corn, go get corn. If it's green beans, get cans of green beans. But I mean, even this is good until, where'd it go? Oh, I guess it's right there. Till 2026. This one, good till 2026. So 2 years on this stuff. Here's a big can of chunk chicken. So, you know, you can get this stuff, and, you know, you can make sandwiches out of this. You can make a quick meal out of this. You could just eat it the way it is. Add a little bit of, you know, your favorite whatever to it, and go on its way. This is good until 2025. And, you know, once again, no carbs in this, which is nice, you know, for those of us that are diabetic. 8 grams of protein per serving, and there's 6 servings in here. So, and then, you know, you can even get canned ground beef. You can get canned, you know, Spam. You know, I get it. It's not everybody's most appetizing thing, but at the end of the day, it's food in your stomach. It's food in your kids' stomachs. It's food in your wife's stomach. It's all those things. Another thing that I recommend stockpiling is multivitamins. Listen, hear me now, believe me later, but if food becomes a scarce thing, and I already take a multivitamin every day, you don't want to be nitpicking on, you know, okay, I got tuna and chicken, but I'm not getting the other essential vitamins that my body requires. You know, so having a multivitamin on hand is awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, cases of water. You know, we buy the great big huge cases of water, and I know I'm about to get hit by every environmentalist out there. You're destroying the environment with the... I don't necessarily 100% disagree that we have a plastic water bottle issue in the country, but at the same time, having a stockpile of those, you know, I mean, you know, they're like under $6 for what, 46 or 36 bottles of water. I don't know, it's the big packs from Wally World. But, you know, having 10 of those things set aside, you know, that's a good amount of extra water, right? Buying a couple of, you know, having 20 just of the gallons of water on hand so that you can cook, right? And now you may not be cooking over an electric stove, but you can cook over a wood stove, you know, or you can build a campfire and cook. So being able to add water to oatmeal or noodles or, you know, some kind of thing like that, super important, right? This is all good information. And none of this stuff is a bunch of money up front, right? You know, those cases of water, you don't have to buy 10 all today. You know, they're under $6. So, you know, once a week, go and buy yourself a case or two of water until you reach that number that you're comfortable with, depending upon how many people are in your home, you know, and then just go that route. You know, the same thing with the meat. You know, the canned beef is a little bit more expensive, but tuna fish, I mean, you can have this stuff for under $1 if you just do your own shopping and you look around. Canned chicken, about $1.50 or so. And then obviously vegetables, same way. I mean, 50, 60 cents a can, especially if you buy them during, you know, like some kind of holiday, right? Right around Easter, Thanksgiving, all the big grocery stores bring out they've got, you know, pallets of these things. You know, grab yourself a case when corn is 32 cents a can, because they will be. You know, grab yourself a case when green beans are 40 cents a can, because they will be. You know, buy yourself some baked beans, buy yourself some pinto beans, buy yourself all these different things that are going to be good for the next couple of years. Stockpile them. And then as time goes on, you're going to have to rotate some food. You know, when things start getting down on the expiration date, start incorporating those into your daily meals. Or donate them if you're not into, you know, if you're only looking to keep this stuff for that. You know, a lot of times we just take whatever we had stockpiled and we just go donate it to our local food bank. That way, you know, it's not going to waste. And then we just go and buy new stuff. So with all that being said, listen, preparation is important, and it's not just all doom and gloom. There's so many people out there that's all they want to focus on, and believe me when I say I've been caught up in that, where I just started focusing so much on, oh my God, the end is coming, or I need to be ready for the end, that I forgot to just have a good time in life and let God deal with whatever's going to happen. So, you know, being prepared, smart move. Like I said, once again, you know, you could have, you know, something happen, you know, where it washes out an expressway that comes to your town so the trucks can't get there. Or whatever the situation is, power outages or fires or whatever, you know, it could be any natural disaster, hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, hailstorms, you name it, it could be any of them. So just having the ability to feed yourself and to keep going, this is most important. Food and water. Food and water before anything else. Before owning a firearm, before anything else. And I'm not saying they're all not important. I'm just saying strictly food and water has to come first, no matter what. So with that being said, I'm Moose. This is Cigars and Gear. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be bringing you guys some more stuff, hopefully on some emergency preparedness kits that you can order online. And we'll talk more about that then. Till next time, be good to each other. God bless you. See you later.